Here's why the Manchester United team from 07 to 09 is the greatest.
Here's a few reasons why I think you're wrong. Henry, I think he's the greatest ever. And the team that I brought to the table.
Did he get a Ballon d'Or?
Bro, do you remember Ronnie Warlock?
Warlock, yeah.
That one, yeah?
Warlock.
The Man City team.
Which one?
100 points, 100 goals.
Thought we was talking about the one that lost 8-1.
Three leagues in 4 seasons. Joe presents In Defense Of, brought to you by Betball. Yes, people, Stevo the Madman here, and welcome to the first episode of my new show, In Defense Of, brought to you by Joe and Betball. Now, I have a lot of friends that think they know everything about football. Absolutely everything. You'd think they're A-licensed coaches, whether it be Harry Kane's the greatest English striker, Ronaldo's better than Messi. They think they know it all. So what I've decided to do is invite them down to the studio with a football topic they feel passionate about. I let them have their say, I have my say, and we'll see if they can actually change my mind. But no matter how heated it gets, I have to say, we'll always stay mates after the debates. Stepping up to the away end this week, we probably have, I'd say, the loudest mouth at Old Trafford coming onto the show today. It's my friend, Big Mouth, Adam McKola. Hey, brother, I had to. Because you have got a big mouth, my friend.
I have.
But I'm proud of you.
Yes.
I'm proud of you. I see you taking on all of the top people in the game. You don't close your mouth ever. But it's working. It's working.
You can't let them keep it quiet, right?
How you been?
I've been good, man. How you been? I've been missing you, you know?
I know, it's been a while.
Yeah.
You're very opinionated, and I trust what you say a lot of the times. You're one of the few people in the football space that when you're talking, I'm like, he knows.
So this is going to be a short show today then, yeah?
Well, not necessarily. Because there's a couple of things that I disagree with you on.
Okay.
You're very passionate about Manchester United. And sometimes your passion can make you blinded, to be honest with you. You get blinded by the red. All right, let's forget all the niceties. What do you feel so passionate about that you thought you could bring it to my gaff and debate it, bro?
Well, I'm here to argue. Tell a lie. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to tell you that the Manchester United team from 2007 to 2009 is the greatest Premier League team to have existed.
Impossible.
It's not impossible.
Because there's a team that went a whole season unbeaten, so it's impossible that team could be better
That's
than that team.
See, the only argument I will consider listening to is the 99 team.
Who was in that team?
Let me tell you. Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez.
Hold up. We're not savages here, bro. We do things in a civil manner. As you can see, we've got podiums and all of that.
Yeah.
Royalty. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you up to 60 seconds to tell me what you're going to bring to the debate.
Don't even need 60, but let's do it.
All right. You're watching In Defense Of, brought to you by Joe and Betball.
Here's why the Manchester United team from 07 to 09 is the greatest Premier League team of all time. Let's start at the back. You got Edwin van der Sar, Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic, arguably the greatest triumvirate in a defence, and statistically as well, 1,300 plus minutes, a Football League record. Add Brown, Neville and Everett to that, you got one of the best defensive units about. In midfield, Carrick, Hargreaves, Scholes. Need I say more about that? Carrick, Hargreaves and Scholes, they were so good together and they had it all in between them. And up front, Ronaldo, Rooney and Tevez. Ronaldo, Ballon d'Or winning in 2008. How many Premier League footballers have done that? 40 plus goals as well. And he had Rooney and Tevez. And then in 09, Berbatov to accompany him. Not only did we have great players on the pitch and a great squad, we had the greatest manager of all time, back-to-back Champions League titles, and 3 Premier Leagues in a row. Adam
McKola. Well done, Ad. I wouldn't have mentioned Wes Brown in a greatest Premier League team, but well done. You're very passionate. I think there's probably 3, 4, 5, 6 teams better than that United team. Listen, start the clock. Here we go. Team number 1, the Arsenal Invincibles. It's in the name. They was invincible. They didn't get beaten for a whole season. So therefore, listen, it's a very strong argument that they are the greatest team of all time. But I'll tell you why. You got Ashley Cole, you got Sol Campbell, you got Toure, you got Laurent, you got a defence that only conceded 26 goals. Now, I know you mentioned the minutes and all of that. That's when you're really picky, when you have to start mentioning minutes. Let's go up to the top. You got Henry. Bagged 30 that season, probably the greatest player to ever play in the Premier League, alongside Dennis Bergkamp. Then you had goals from midfield. Let me go on to another team for you, bro. You got the Pep Guardiola team, the recent team. They've won the Premier League 3 times out of 4 seasons. They changed the way we look at English football, short passing. Then you got the Mourinho team. The Mourinho team only conceded 15 goals, bro. I can go on and on and on, but listen, let's get back to my gaff and we'll talk about it, bro. Where's Brown? You're watching In Defense Of, brought to you by Joe and Betball. I have to ask you, Out of all of the United teams that's played in the Premier League, why this team?
I was going to go for the 99 team, and it's probably easier to argue that in terms of trophies and that. But this team, for me, was just something special. When you look at it defensively, and I know we had Yapstam and Peter Schmeichel back then, but the defensive record was there. And I think the major difference between the two teams was Cristiano Ronaldo. Because I think when you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, for me, head and shoulders above any player that I've seen play in Premier League era for Man United.
I'm glad you said for Man United, because Henry, I think he's the greatest ever. And the team that I brought to the table...
Did he get a Ballon d'Or?
He should have got a Ballon d'Or. One sec, you're saying it like that, and let's not, come on, this is why I like you. You know he should have.
Well,
you disagree?
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Maybe. maybe. But I'm saying that I believe he should have. So when you say that and you downplay man like Titi.
Look, great player. But did he ever have a season like Ronaldo that year in 08?
I think the Invincible season when he hit 30 was on par. Because don't forget, he's hit 30 goals and he's assisted over 20 as well that season.
So he did it individually, but as a team, like you want to talk about the Invincibles. Were they really invincible?
Well, why'd you say that?
Were they really invincible?
In the league, they was.
They drew a lot of games in the league. I remember towards the back end, they were looking to draw a lot of games. They lost against Middlesbrough, I think, in the League Cup. Inter Milan in the Champions League. And Inter Milan that didn't even get through the group stages. And guess who beat them in the Cup?
Man United. I remember that semi.
Horse goals, Villa Park.
Oh, yeah.
1-0. So they weren't invincible.
One thing I do want to say, well, they was in the league. Draws still count, right? But one thing I do want to say, this United team that you're bringing to the table, it was at a time in the Premier League when they had the pick of the litter. So they did, bro, like you wanted Michael Carrick, go and get Carrick.
Wait.
In 09, you want Berbatov, go and get Berbatov.
Forgetting history.
One thing I'll give United 3 times in a row, that team.
Twice. Not that team, but we did it twice.
So you do it twice?
99, 2000 and 01.
Fair enough. But Mourinho's team, we're talking about balance. We're talking about a guy that was... Remember, as I say, I think it's so much easier to play when everyone's against you. And he was the most hated at the time, Mourinho. The team was the most hated. And they still managed to go onto the pitch, perform every single week, only conceding 15 goals in a season. That will never be done again.
That was a phenomenal team. And I got a rate. They had like, I think it was it Makalele's and your Essiens and Carvalho alongside Terry. That was a great team. And I can't lie. If that team had a Champions League medal, maybe we can talk about that. But that team that Mourinho had in 05, he took over when the Glazers came in, weren't investing. United build up their team. Who takes the trophy back off him in 07? The team that I'm talking about right now.
So you think player for player, that team beats all the teams?
In my opinion, Rio Ferdinand is the best Premier League defender ever. And his partner alongside him wasn't too bad either.
I agree with that, by the way, right? But as a partnership, I remember Vidic getting mash up every time. Every time Torres went against him, he got
Torres scored 2 goals in 9 games against Vidic. It's a myth.
You come prepared, didn't you?
It's a myth, bro.
No, but it was bad. Sometimes, listen, if I'm a boxer, yeah, and I'm fighting someone, I've got 3 fights with someone, but in one of those fights, like they break my nose, break my jaw, break everything, yeah, that's all I remember. And that's what it's like with Vidic. I remember Torres mashing Vidic up, him hanging off his shirt, getting sent off.
It was a bit of a myth because of that one game.
Okay, but I also remember...
Because I remember games at Anfield where Torres was diving and Vidic was grabbing him up like, what you doing? And he weren't getting nothing, so...
You had a bit of a trouble at right back though. Like your right back weren't strong.
Wes Brown was the guy. I'm going to tell you this now. Yeah. I love Wes Brown.
I see Wes Brown recently talking about, he was on a show and he was like, they mentioned Premier League trophies and he was like, 6. Sorry.
He's one of the most underrated players about. Serious.
And this is the problem I have with your United team. You had like Park Ji-sung and all these people trying to tell me that's the greatest Man United
Park Ji-sung,
team. He was decent.
He won UEFA Forward of the Year in 2004.
He was decent.
For PSV.
He was decent.
He helped South Korea go to a World Cup semi-finals. Park Ji was the guy. Ask Arsenal about Park Ji.
That was in 2000. Was that the one that was in
2002? Yeah.
In South Korea.
Ask Arsenal about Park Ji.
So he got to a semi-final.
See if he doesn't give them nightmares. Huh? They hate Park Ji-sung. Score against them all the time. Big game player.
So you don't think, and I'm going to say this now, you don't think, yeah, apart from the top end of your pitch, like you had quite average players at the United team.
Don't say average, bro.
Fletcher. O'Shea.
Yeah, but they're squad players. Everyone has squad players.
Hargreaves.
Whoa.
When he turned up, when he was fit, he was decent.
World Cup 06, England's best player. One of Bayern Munich's best players. Come on now. He was quality for Bayern Munich.
You're looking at me, you're saying it with chest.
I look down the camera.
He hardly played,
Owen Hargreaves is quality for Bayern Munich.
Bro, you got a lot going for you with this team. I'll be honest with you, man.
I've changed your mind, haven't I? You know I've changed your mind. You don't have to lie to the people out there.
Nah, never. Never. What? A team can't go unbeaten for a whole season and not be the best team. A team can't get 100 goals and not be the best team. A team can't only concede 15 goals in 38 games and not be the best team.
See why Arsenal fans are the way they are?
Ooh. Bro, you brought a lot of good debates to the table, but I think mine was stronger. I've hit you with all the records and whatnot. And although you do talk the most amount of poop, I think we should stay mates after the debate.
Yeah.
Yeah?
We're always mates, Stevo, even if you have let yourself down today.
You really think I've let myself down?
Yeah, man.
So you don't think I brought good?
No, you all right, but if you're not allowing this, everyone's going to struggle.
Or it doesn't matter what you think. It matters what you guys think. And I want to know what you think in the comments. If you've got any recommendations of what we should debate next, well, not him, because he ain't going to be coming back to my gaff. But yeah, let us know what you think. This was In Defense Of, brought to you by Joe and Betball, with me, Stevo the Madman. Cheerio. You've been watching In Defense Of, brought to you by Joe and Betball.